Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I've been getting a lot of requests in the comment section and on Instagram to make a video on investor visa options for getting your Canada PR. If you already didn't know, the Federal Investor Program and Entrepreneur Program has permanently been closed since June 14, 2019. But you don't have to worry, as there's another similar way that you can move to Canada. And the best part is that this pathway I'm going to tell you about won't cost you any investment at all. This pathway is also a great option for those of you who are having trouble with your IELTS test scores and if you're losing too many CRS points for your age. As we all know, it becomes more difficult to apply through the Express Entry program as your age keeps increasing, and this program has no age limit and there's no complex Express Entry points based system that you have to follow. What I'm talking about is the Startup Visa program, which targets immigrant entrepreneurs or investors with the skills and potential to build businesses in Canada that can create jobs for the people in Canada. The language score requirement is also a very low CLB 5 in English or NCLC 5 in French. You also don't need any high education requirements for this program. Another great reason to opt for the Startup Visa program is that while your application for permanent residence is being processed, you can apply for a temporary work permit to get to Canada and start building your business. The processing time is also fairly quick at around 12 months, so do watch the video till the end as I'll be telling you everything you need to know about the Startup Visa program for Canada, including its requirements, the list of designated organizations where you can obtain your letter of support, how you can get this letter of support, and all the steps to apply for your Startup Visa. Hey guys, this is Jason from Dream Canada. If you're new to the channel, I show people how to save their money and immigrate to new countries through my videos without the help of any immigration consultants or agents or lawyers. You can find all process instructions for you to apply on your own through this channel. Subscribe now because all the information provided here is completely free and I answer all your queries in the comment section and on my social handles on Instagram and Twitter as well. So don't forget to follow us there as well. Let me first tell you what the Startup Visa program actually is. The Startup Visa program offers Canadian permanent residence to qualified immigrant entrepreneurs. It targets innovative entrepreneurs or investors like yourself and links them with designated private sector investors in Canada who will help establish their startup businesses. How this works is, candidates have to get the support of a Canadian venture capital fund, angel investor group or business incubator that's willing to invest in their new business, and they can initially come to Canada on a work permit supported by their designated Canadian investor before their application for permanent residence is finalized. I'll be sharing the list of designated investors later in the video, along with a link to the official webpage in the description box. Now, what will you as a candidate need to qualify for the Startup Visa program? You'll just need to fulfill 4 basic eligibility requirements, which are a qualifying business idea, a letter of support from a designated investor in Canada, settlement funds to make sure that you can support yourself and your family while you're building your business in Canada, and a language test score of just CLB 5 in English or NCLC 5 in French. Now we come to the requirements for the Startup Visa program. The first requirement is that you have to prove that your business idea is actually supported by a designated investor. There are 3 categories of designated organizations. The first one is designated angel investor groups, the second one is designated venture capital funds, and the third and last one is designated business incubators. You'll need to present and pitch your business ideas and business plans to them, and if they are willing to invest in your startup or business idea, they'll give you a letter of support, which is a vital document for the application process. This is the proof that you need to show that a venture capital fund, angel investor group or business incubator is supporting your business idea. The investor organization will also send a commitment certificate directly to IRCC, and IRCC will then use both your letter of support and the organization's commitment certificate to assess your Startup Visa application. Since you're technically going to operate a business or startup in Canada, you're going to have to know the official languages as well. You'll need to take language tests like the IELTS or CELPIP for English or TCF or TEF in French, and score a minimum language ability of at least CLB 5 in English or NCLC 5 in French. If you don't meet the minimum language skills, your application will be refused by IRCC. Next, you should prove that your business meets the necessary ownership requirements. While up to 5 people can be the owners of the business you propose, Each applicant must hold at least 10% of the voting rights in the business, and the designated investor organization and the applicants must jointly hold more than 50% of the voting rights. So what this means is that you can choose to have a business partner or partners even from your home country, but in the end, you and the investing organization from Canada must collectively hold more than 50% voting rights in the business, which will ensure that you and your Canadian designated investors will be in charge of all the major decision making in the business. And the last requirement is adequate settlement funds, which is similar to proof of funds that the Express Entry program needs. You have to basically be able to prove that you have enough money to support yourself and your family members after you come to Canada, counting even the family members that are not coming with you to Canada, as the Canadian government does not provide any financial support to startup visa applicants. As you can see from the chart on the official CIC website, the amount of money that you have to set aside as settlement funds to support your family depends on the size of your family. So you need around 13,000 Canadian dollars if you're a single applicant, around $16,000 if you're applying with a spouse, around $20,000 with a child, and around $3,500 for every additional family member. These amounts are updated every year, and you also have to be careful about foreign exchange fluctuations, so make sure that you have at least $500 extra in your account to make sure that your conversion rates are covered. If you meet all the requirements I mentioned, you're now ready to apply for your startup visa. So the first thing that you have to do is fill out your application form on your computer, which is the IMM 0008. I'll provide a link to this application form in the description box so you can download it from there. After you fill in your form, you have to click on the validate option below the form. If you have missed any details to be filled in the form, they'll be highlighted in red at this stage. If you have not missed any details, then you'll get a barcode after clicking on validate. Your application will remain incomplete until you have your barcode. Now simply print out your filled form with the barcode and sign and enter the date. Kindly note, the barcode page has to be kept on top as the first document when you send across your application package to IRCC. Next, you'll have to gather all your documents necessary for your startup visa application. You can get a complete checklist of all the documents required on the IRCC website. I'll also be adding a link to the page where you can download your checklist in the description box. The documents checklist will include the names of all your generic documents required, like your passport details, birth and marriage certificates, language test reports, letter of support, etc., along with the names of the forms of all your supporting documentation as well, like your background history form IMM 5669, travel history form which is the IMM 5562, and family information form which is the IMM 5406. Make sure that you collect all the documents required that apply to you according to the documents checklist. Next, check off each document that applies to you online and print out this documents checklist and sign it. You have to include the documents checklist as the cover page of your application package. Next, you have to now pay your fees. Your processing fee for a startup visa is $1,575 and your right of permanent residence fee is $500. To include your spouse or common law partner, it will cost you another $1,375, which includes their permanent residence fee as well. Including a dependent child would be $225 per child. Biometrics would cost you $85 per person. I highly recommend paying your biometrics fee at the time of your processing fee in order to avoid any future processing delays for your permanent residence application. After you pay your fee, you get your fee receipts with the official IRCC barcodes. Make sure to print 2 copies of this receipt, one to send along with your application package and one to keep for your personal records. Now all you have to do is send across your application package to IRCC. This is a paper-based application process, so all components of the application must be created in hard copy, compiled in a single envelope, and sent by mail or courier directly to IRCC's centralized intake office in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Here's the address where you would need to send your application package. Make sure that you send your application package to the correct address mentioned here, and remember to write Startup Business Visa on the outside of the envelope. You must include all the forms, supporting documents, signatures, language test results, and the proof of payment of the processing fees. If any of your details are missing, your application will be incomplete and IRCC will send it back without processing it. Now, after you apply, IRCC will send you a letter and an email that notifies you that they have received your application, and it provides you with your visa office file number. It'll also mention some basic instructions for you to contact them, and it gives you a brief outline of the future processing steps. It typically takes 12 to 16 months to process your application. However, you can apply for a temporary work permit enabling you to begin working in Canada on your business setup prior to the approval of your permanent residence application. Once an application is approved, the principal applicant and all accompanying family members will receive Canadian permanent residence status. Alright guys, that was all about the startup visa program for Canada. I hope you guys found this video informative. Do like this video if you did, and let me know in the comment section if this video has inspired you, and if you have any business idea in mind already which you would consider to get your permanent residence through this pathway. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe for regular updates on immigration, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well. I wish you guys the best of luck for your application and hope you have a great day.